Alright, what's going on? We're back here.
This time it's different. We got the Dyna.
We got the dirty Dyna up on the lift.
Dyna on the lift.
And,
something new.
Well, since the last time you guys seen the walk around, there's been a couple different things. I was actually thinking maybe we should do another walk around like after the pipe.
Yeah.
Because there's been a bunch of changes. But we'll go out over that after. But for right now, we're changing the exhaust.
Beautiful pipe to this.
So what we got, that's a used thunder header off the soft tail. I got the other part over here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I didn't want to spend $700 on a new 2-in-1.
Did you tell him how much this was?
Well, hang on. So, and like I said, this is off a soft tail. I got it on eBay for $100. With the heat shields, I mean the heat shields are wrecked, but I'm not going to use those anyway. So basically, we're taking that, modifying it, and putting it on there. Okay. And the reason I actually kind of like the soft tail version better is if you hold it up here. If you look at the Dyna version, this pipe comes down and wraps all the way back around this front. And these pipes are actually double stacked right under here. And
you have less clearance.
Yeah, you have less clearance, and people scrape them all the time.
That's
so
cool.
with this soft tail model, it actually gets rid of that and eliminates the double stack. So I think I like that better.
More of a lean angle.
Yep, more of a lean angle onto it. And we're going to have to modify it a little bit because I do have these floorboards on there. So we're going to have to modify it, I think, to drop underneath that. And we're going to shorten the back. And we're going to have to make a mount. It's going to be a big project. But we're going to get this pipe yanked off and we'll go from there. So we got the old pipe off. And we just tried to test fit this pipe. And actually the areas where I thought we would have problems, it actually clears.
Yep, so like right over here,
yeah. Like
on
I'm
the
super,
floorboards.
Yeah.
And this right here.
I was worried about that, but you can get to that pretty good, so I'm not worried about that. So right now I'm just going to go around, I'm going to completely tighten up the bolts and strip them out. No, I'm not going to do that, hopefully. But I'm going to tighten them up just to make sure everything's like legit. And then if you look back here, the angle of that is pretty outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's for a soft tail.
It's coming like straight down.
Yeah. So like probably like we're going to have to do something and shoot her up. Maybe even shorten it or something. Because like look at where that is. That's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, just right there, and then bring that back. Like that.
Bang, bang. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang. And then, you know, maybe angle that straight or something. Because we got a whole box. I ordered this in advance. An entire box of 1 3/4 mandrel bent, just random bends. So I was prepared for this. Prepared for chaos. Got that situated. We got the pieces trimmed up. We got the actual pipes trimmed up. We got these little antlers trimmed up. We're just getting it fit. We just wanted to show you kind of how it's going to go together and how it's going to look. Something kind of like that.
Yeah. It actually makes it look like we know what we're doing. It's pretty legit. I like it.
Did we chopped up the actual muff?
Oh yeah, no, we didn't actually show that. the
Not
slip-on
complete thing,
part.
Yeah, we just made it shorter. Basically.
Just made it shorter. Yeah. We're gonna see what we can do with this little hat on there. But if you see inside, it's all mangled. Thunderheader just mangles them and then throws these little caps on it, which will look outrageous. But cut that short. You can see the baffles in there. I don't know how loud this thing's gonna be with the baffle right there, but we'll see.
It's gonna sound like a raked elephant as we like to say.
Or a raped elephant.
But this is a little bit longer, so I gotta make that a bit shorter, just so this lines up.
But after that, it's cherry.
Cherry pie.
Everything should clear. Should have enough room for the slip-on in the back. Won't hit nothing. I'm sure it'll hit something.
Oh yeah, it's gonna rattle and vibrate. Basically, we skipped that whole process. I mean, we showed you with the pieces in there. We showed it. I think you've seen it getting tacked up.
Yeah.
So basically, we took the pipe off. I brought it down to the bench, welded it fully, ground it, metal finished it. It's pretty good. It's getting painted. It's not going to get chromed or nothing. It's ridiculous like that. So for what we're doing, it's going to be good. Those two holes right there, they had bolts in it for whatever reason. Filled those. So now basically what we're going to do, we're going to take the actual muff part of it. This bracket that came from the factory, I'm going to cut that. There's a couple little welds. I'm just going to take this whole nose cone piece. And basically just hammer it down on. Because underneath there, it's all like ugly. I don't know if you can see in there.
You might be able to.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's all chowed up.
Yeah, just like ridiculous. So instead of taking that off and having it be ugly, I'm just going to cut this. Just pound her on, bud.
And then throw it on there, show them. Give them an idea of what it looks like. You would never have thought.
So we'll put a before picture with like the duals, and then a before picture with the 2-in-1, and an after picture with the final product.
Of the custom.
They said after all this happens, we're going to paint it black, so.
I'm sure they'll see that.
Yeah,
Where do we start?
So what? We started this yesterday at what time?
About 6 o'clock, was it?
Yeah, 6, okay. So we work until what, like
midnight? Yep.
6, that's 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started working on it again today at 2.
And what time is it now? Let's get this live.
8:16.
8:16.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7.
6 more hours. 12 hours.
12 hours so far, and it's not even painted. So basically, I got the muffler welded on. Everything's finished. It's just not painted. The issue we ran into is I put the O2. I welded the O2 sensor bungs in, and I actually
see those there.
Welded it with the flanges on the wrong side. I just wanted to take it, just smash it. So I cut the bungs back off and put the flanges in the right spot. Made a couple mounts. Made a mount there.
I'll show you the mounts. You probably can't see that one, but there's one down there, and this one here is welded on, and you got the other side of it over here. Painted with only the best Harley texture black.
Yeah. So we'll show you the whole product once it's done, but I was just looking at this. We got to reconnect this battery.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go for the first startup and see how she sounds.
So we'll cut to that now. So basically,
we got the pipe off, we sanded it, you know, did a little stuff to it, you know. And we got her hanging in the paint booth. So I just got this VHT, you know, the header paint. Should hold up for a while. Once it starts to go downhill or whatever, I'll just wrap it, and you know, that'll never happen. No. But I got the flat black, and then I got some of the satin clear because I didn't want it like super like chalky black. So I figured, you know, hit it with satin clear, give it a little bit of sheen, you know. But I don't know if you can see it, but the light's probably garbage. It doesn't look too bad. A couple screw ups, but you know, it is what it is. For $200 compared to $900 for what it, you know, you would pay out of pocket for a new one, I'm not complaining. We'll show you. What's that? Yeah, the thing looks pretty sweet. Like it looked completely custom. Like nobody else is ever gonna have this pipe on their bike except me. So we'll show you once it's on the bike, and you know.
All right, so here she is, pipe and all.
Hashtag Black Pipes Matter, dude.
Anyways, so if any of you are insane enough to actually try this, I'm just going to give you some ideas for the mount you want to probably take over a little bit. I don't know.
So basically, if you have like just like a regular dual exhaust, there's going to be a mount that fucking bolts in the same spot. You got to custom make a mount. Obviously, in order to do any of this, you have to have a welder.
No, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do this if you don't have a welder. You can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. So there's number one. Number two, you have to have some kind of general fabrication knowledge. If you don't have that, then you can't do it. But basically, you have to make mounts. You have to fucking shorten stuff. You have to. Oh, dude, it's a disaster. If I were to recommend to you, all right. In total, this cost me about $200. It looks good, it sounds good, I'm happy with it. But it took us, what, 14 hours?
Just about, yeah.
Just about 14 hours. So if you have 14 hours to spare, yeah, do it. You know? If you...
That sounds so obnoxious.
If you have $900 to buy a pipe, then just do it. You know what I mean? Like, I could have bought a pipe, but... I guess I'm a loser and have 14 hours to spare and access to a machine shop and welders. So,
Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm a welder and fabricator, so I guess naturally, it was just a challenge for me to do it, basically. You could buy weld in O2 sensors, but I machine weld in O2 sensors because, like I said, I'm a loser and I have 14 hours to spare. So that's what it looks like all together.
A good explanation, too.
Right?
Yeah. But, you know, it's painted. We use the high heat flame proof header paint. Gonna bake that in soon.
If there were one thing I would do differently, if you have bags. If you don't have bags, then I wouldn't worry about it, but I angled it a little bit too high, I would say. And the bags get a little high. We had it idling for what?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, and the bags were warm. But it was also sitting here, so maybe once you're riding and like the wind's cooling it off or whatever, it'll be good. But
we'll really just see tomorrow.
Yeah, there she is. We'll drop in right now some before with just the stock exhaust.
Right here.
And then we'll throw in the picture of the Thunder header before.
And that's right there.
Yeah. And then we'll throw in before it was painted and then after it was painted.
All right. You can do all that.
Yeah, so
thanks for challenging me.
Let us know what you think. I think the project came out pretty good.
Yeah.
If you have any comments, questions, anything like that, throw it down in there.
We'll try and get to them.
Yeah, we'll try and get to them. You know, we're real busy, as you can tell. We got a lot of things to get to.
But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate you watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.